Welcome back to our channel, where real cases meet real consequences. Today we're diving into a jaw-dropping story of trust broken, second chances wasted, and a judge who's had enough. Our defendant, convicted for stealing a wallet from a disabled man, was given leniency through probation. But when she disappeared for over a year, ignoring court orders and restitution payments, things took a dark turn. Now she's back in front of the same judge, facing the fallout of her choices. Will remorse and excuses save her this time? Or will the court finally deliver the justice that's long overdue? Let's get into it.
Let me click into this one. She was placed on probation, and her probation agent is Autumn Kiefer. She was charged with stealing a wallet containing $180 of cash that belonged to a Richard Roll. And she pled to that charge. We had some victim input, and the defendant was placed on a probation. Ms. Kiefer filed a probation violation petition alleging that she fell off a map, essentially, that she failed to report on a monthly basis. That petition was last June. The defendant did not appear for that hearing, and a bench warrant issued for her arrest. She got picked up a few weeks ago. She'd been in, I don't know where she was, but she was here. She'd been in jail in Calhoun County. She bonded out and then came here for her arraignment. She pled not guilty and asked to set the matter for a hearing. She's here with her original attorney, Jordan Hardin.
Your Honor, I was not the attorney in the underlying case.
Oh, you weren't?
No, I was not on a contract at that time.
Oh, well, all right. You're counsel now. I don't know who was your original attorney. Do you remember who your original was?
I didn't have one here.
All right. Okay. Well, Ms. Hardin, what?
Here's where things get serious. The defendant openly admits she failed to report to her probation officer, a major violation. In legal terms, this isn't just a missed call. Failing to report means the system loses track of her entirely, often triggering a bench warrant for arrest, as it did here. What's striking is her explanation: caring for family, multitasking, and moving cities. Understandable but legally irrelevant. When you're under probation, reporting isn't optional. It's a condition of freedom. The judge is listening, but you can already sense that patience is wearing thin. What do you think? Honest mistake or pure neglect?
24, and then we just lost track of her. So, Ms. Moeller, would you acknowledge you failed to report since April of 24 until you got picked up in Battle Creek in August of 25?
I do, Your Honor.
What happened?
I ended up moving to Bay City, Michigan to attempt to take care of my mother and my stepdad. And just with the multitasking, it just wasn't a priority when it should have been.
When you got arrested in Calhoun County, did you get charged with anything there, or they just arrested you on our warrant?
On the warrant.
How'd you happen to be in Battle Creek?
Well, I was coming down to deal with my daughter and actually come here and deal with some things, trying to get things squared away in St. Joe County so that I don't have to do the 3-hour drive.
Well, I put you on probation because I felt there was a drug issue here, and I also wanted to have enough time to get restitution paid to the man whose wallet you took. But I wasn't very successful at that. Ms. Kiefer, what's your recommendation here?
Well, initially she
Now this is a crucial turning point. The probation officer, Ms. Kiefer, recommends revoking probation after confirming the defendant's lack of payment and failure to comply. Notice the nuance. She acknowledges time already served, but points out that not a single fine or restitution dollar was paid. Under U.S. probation law, restitution to victims isn't just symbolic, it's a legal obligation. When that's ignored, it signals to the court that rehabilitation has failed. The defense attorney pushes for leniency, but the state's patience is thin. The setup is clear: leniency versus accountability. Who do you side with so far?
to ask for the court to consider her circumstances. I was not aware of the time she'd done in Calhoun County, so the recommendation for time served and just pay the remainder of that restitution and court costs, we would ask the court to adopt that recommendation from Ms. Kiefer.
Ms. Canfield, do you have an opinion regarding this?
I do, Your Honor. I struggle with these types because it doesn't appear that there's a new offense or any criminal conduct, at least that we're aware of, that would have brought her before Calhoun County or this court again. However, if she was moving to Bay City, that's something that she should have kept Ms. Kiefer aware of. Probation could have potentially been transferred there if this court was willing to do so and they accepted, or perhaps even a phone report could have been arranged, but she didn't make effort to even comply in that regard. So here I understood she did 4 days and there's no new offenses, but when you just abscond and have to be picked up in order to come deal with things, I think that perhaps maybe a little bit more than the 4 days served is warranted for just snubbing her nose at this court. And frankly, Ms. Kiefer, who through her report made every attempt to help her.
This is the emotional heart of the case. The judge's frustration explodes as he recalls how this crime offended his sensibilities. And it's not hard to see why. A disabled man left his wallet behind in a store cart, and the defendant took it, lied about it, and never returned the IDs or money. The judge's words cut deep because they reflect a deeper betrayal, not just theft, but a failure of empathy. It's also revealing that he initially gave her a chance at redemption. Now facing her again, he's realizing that mercy may have been misplaced. Powerful stuff.
To back all the way up, this crime offended my sensibilities. This handicapped man left his wallet in a cart at Myers. You took it. You lied about it. You minimized it and took his money. Mr. Roll left his wallet in one of the motorized carts. He was with his healthcare worker. He had $180 plus all his ID, which, by the way, has never been recovered. That's a huge pain to lose your driver's license, your credit cards, your social security information, your insurance. So they watched the footage and they saw you take his wallet. First you said you didn't take the wallet, then you said you did take the wallet and you gave it to a Walmart employee in the parking lot, which you didn't. You took his wallet and left and kept his money and all his identification. I thought you got a huge gift when I put
This
you
moment
on
is
this.
dripping with irony. The defendant claims she couldn't pay restitution, yet somehow managed to post bail when arrested. The judge calls it out directly, a classic case of priorities exposed under pressure. This is more than a financial point. It's about credibility. Courts often look beyond words to see where actions and money truly go. The judge's frustration here isn't just anger, it's disappointment in wasted opportunity. He gave her freedom, and she spent it carelessly. What's your take, viewers? Should financial hardship excuse failure to pay? Or is the judge right to call this hypocrisy?
As I said, this offended me right from the get-go. My judgment was 6-month probation, 21 days minus 1, hanging 20 days over your head. You were supposed to pay restitution and court costs and other expenses, of which you paid none. I also barred you from Walmart for a year. So having said all that, what would you like to say to me?
First, I apologize to the courts and probation for having life problems. As of September 9th or September 10th, I am now working. If my check deposited on Wednesday mornings, $200 would have already been paid, but it doesn't until after midnight. So I can't pay anything until tomorrow.
All right, fair enough. Can you get his driver's license and social security
My s-
card and his? Yeah, you threw somebody else under the bus. This
My
was,
son,
And there it
Well,
is. The gavel comes down. 5 more days in jail, fines waived, but restitution remains. The judge delivers a clear message. Every action has a consequence. Despite second chances, the defendant's repeated disregard for the system sealed her fate. What started as a small theft spiraled into a chain of broken trust, unfulfilled obligations, and ultimate accountability. This case reminds us that leniency isn't guaranteed, it's earned. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns that expose the drama, the law, and the human stories behind every verdict.